Alright guys, so we're back with another video. Today we're going to be heading to the local Pic-A-Part to source parts to flip. Who knows, we might get lucky and find some R50 gold there. We'll take a walk around the yard and see what we can see. You guys do seem to like my junkyard videos a lot, so I figured I'd give you guys one today just to mix things up a bit. I've been getting real lucky lately, and I can't wait to show you guys what I've been getting into. This is going to be sort of a mashup of the last few times that I've gone to the Pic-A-Part, including today. You'll be quite interested to know how fast you can win in the Pic-A-Part if you're just patient enough. So yeah, everything I'm going to explain to you in terms of what I've been doing and what works best for me, it might not necessarily work best for you. This will be the first time in about 3 weeks since I've been to the Pic-A-Part. Just lazily going to the pull-apart, and I don't know how, but I've still been managing to find the things that I want, including the tire carrier that I found. I actually have two of them now. One that I'm gonna use for my personal R50 and another for me to sell. What ended up happening was that I scored the first tire carrier, and I would say maybe not even 2 weeks later, I went to the Pic-A-Part again, and there was another tire carrier, the exact same Pic-A-Part. And it's just amazing because just like when I found the first one, I wasn't expecting to find this one. I was just minding my business, pulling other parts unrelated to that, and it just presented itself. That's basically what I've been doing. I've been doing everything backwards. I'm not going to the junkyard early. I'm going in lazily. I'm not actually looking for the stuff that I'm scoring majority of the time. You know, I just go in with an attitude of, hey, let's go see what we can see, and if we find anything interesting, we'll snag it up. And that's been working well for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that today and see what we can get our paws on. For me, the objective is not only to pull parts for my truck or anything that I'm working on, including my car, but I'm also there to make money too. So again, you know, you have to broaden your hustle. While you're there pulling parts, you can be making money too, same time. You get what you need, and then you pull other parts, you sell them, and then that could be, you know, that new head unit you needed, or some new replacement speakers you wanted to have, or, you know, let's say you wanted to upgrade your headlights. That could be a new set of HIDs or LED lights, depending on, you know, what flavor of lighting you like. I'm an HID guy, but it just gives you a way for you to finance things and not dig into what I would like to refer to as house money. So it's a hot day here in Vegas today, about 111 degrees according to the external temperature gauge on my Ultima here. It's another regular day in the neighborhood. The reason why I sell certain particular parts is mainly because of the cost factor to acquire them, and then of course the cost of shipping, which is not too terribly big, which is always a plus because we know shipping could be a bit costly sometimes. But in my case, many times I wind up lucking up and making a decent return as well. You know, there's a somewhat of a balance you have to maintain. And to think about the cost of the part that you want to get, how much it's going to cost to sell it, how much it's going to cost to ship, and what your overall residual kickback would be as a result of that. It's the reason why that thing should have been in the junkyard, buddy. So this particular Pic-A-Part that we're going to today, I've taken you guys to this one in the past. It was actually the first Junkyard video that I did. I don't go here too often, but I do like coming here because it's so convenient. It's a mere 10 minutes from my house, so not a big deal. And red light. Here in Vegas, in my area, we have two Pic-A-Parts. They're sister junkyards. Like I said, this one that's 10 minutes from my house, and then the other is another 30 minutes away on the other side of town. The other one I prefer going there because they tend to have better inventory. There is a third junkyard that I'd like to check out. That one is more appealing because it doesn't have an entrance fee, and I go past it all the time when I go to the other Pic-A-Part location. I'm gonna check them out one of these days as well because it's free entry, and I think they might have slightly better stuff, to be honest. Ooh, that's an interesting color for a work truck. So yeah, it's busy here today, as you can see. Oh, there's a Xterra. It's a nice one. People here gathering their stuff, but we're gonna go ahead and get a cart, get our tools loaded up, and head in to see what we can find. Alright guys, we're about to pull up to our Pic-A-Part destination. Yay, we're here. This one's a little bit further from my house, but they tend to have all the goodies that you might be looking for. So that's why I came here. I think I'm gonna take one of these spaces. Oh, right here, perfect. So we have all of our tools in the cart now, and we're gonna go ahead and pay our admission and head in. And hey, today you'll even get a free aerial show. Now this is in full effect. Alright guys, so we're back for tire carrier number 2. 1998 with 211,000 miles. This tire carrier is in better shape than the one that I got off of that 96 R50. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy. And no, I don't need 2 of them, I'm selling this one. Now a little bit of a side note. This is some pre-existing damage. I'm not quite sure how that happened. And we're also missing the pin. But outside of that, this guy functions 100%. Swings out, as you can see, and it stops where it should. Again, just a little bit of a bend there, just a little bit, but again, still works like it should. So I'm taking everything, you already know. Yep, got my trophy guys, got what I came for. All the way down to the ajar switch. It's like it was never here. Nothing quite like a free show, courtesy of the airmen of Nellis Air Force Base, which is maybe 2 or 3 miles from where I am right now. It's nice. So one of the things that I like about this particular yard is that everything is in one location, and it's all categorized by the make and model. The sister yard, they have all the SUVs and vans on one side and all the cars on another. So it's like 2 yards in one, and it's separated by a fence. So it involves a lot of walking, but this one is way better. They have a lot of new inventory. Ooh, Mustangs. I always get this wrong when I come here. and I was supposed to make a left one row to go. But here's what we're looking for, guys. This is the Nissan SUV section. And this white one at the end here, I believe this is a 05 Pathfinder. Yep, 2005. This one is on my hit list for one particular reason, one reason only. So what makes this particular vehicle so special for me is none other than Mr. Third Brake Light. It's actually laughable what I'm gonna pay for this thing, but I'm gonna pull it because, like I said, I'm looking to make some dollars while I'm sourcing parts on my truck. So this is definitely on my hit list. I went ahead and took this trim down. I didn't even need to use a tool, I just pulled it off. Majority of it was already done for me anyway. Somebody already took the interior trim piece off of the trunk lid itself. So all I have to do is just remove the nuts on this guy, cut the harness, and I'm home free. Yeah, so we'll just take our time, get these nuts off. This one should, oh no, don't spin off yet. I also have a parts dish, a magnetic one. I like to put these guys into so that way I don't lose them, because I like to sell my parts with the mounting hardware. Makes for a better sale too. Having these bits of hardware makes it somewhat easy to sell this item. For me, it's like an extra incentive to buy, and it comes with everything. We also cut this because I like to have the input side of the harness, and since it's a 12-volt system, I just tested off my car battery just to make sure that it works. Just strolled over to this guy right here. This is a 1998 R50, and it even comes with an antenna mount, guys. I think that's pretty cool. That's a nice looking trunk. I actually like the old R50s in this color. This definitely does scream off-road ruggedness to me. It's a 2-wheel drive. The interior looks really good. These seats look better than the one in mine. Always like to look under here. See, in the old R50s, they have this under the seat, and then you have your bottle jack. Wow, everything's here. Word of advice, guys, if you're looking for one of these, make sure that the bottom of it is dry. You always want to check it because these do leak over time. But if you can find one that's in decent shape, I say go for it. I still need the hardware for mine, like this stuff, but I'm not here for this today. Like I said, I'm here strictly to make money. After I make the money, then I can start thinking about things that I want. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever seen a manual crank R50 window before. At least not second generation Pathfinders. I know the first generation ones, they tend to have manual crank windows. I'm also going to be in the market for an exhaust in the future. This one looks okay. Ooh, this one looks really good. Look at that. It's clean all the way up to the cats. Although the cats aren't here anymore. They pulled those out upon intake. Got some sweet running boards though. Can always use some of them. Here's a 2001 Infiniti QX4. This one, the body looks really, really good. Everything's here. But someone came and helped themselves to the suspension parts. They took the 4-link suspension, upper and lower control arms, and just dropped the diff. Man, everything looks good down here. Got a set of KYB, so whoever had this truck, they were trying to take care of it. This one is a 2-wheel variety. Looks like the tranny's gone too. When it comes to certain parts that I like to flip, I'm gonna give you guys a jewel here. Collision parts are a big commodity. So you have this windshield reservoir here, and it's still full of washer fluid. So we know that it's good. And you get these cheap enough, you can make a decent amount of money off of them. The only issue is the size, and it's gonna cost you to ship. You can make a decent amount of money on these. Truth be told, this was actually the item that I started my flipping process with, was a reservoir. Although at the time I wasn't thinking about selling it, I was actually gonna throw it in the trash because I bought one to replace the original one that was on my R50. And only to find out that the only issue that I was having was that the rubber gasket that sits there at the base of the filler neck, it was just bad, and all I needed to do was replace it. At the time I didn't realize that, so I went and bought the whole assembly, including the cap, and all is well, and I was able to sell just the tank itself with the 2 pumps to a customer in Massachusetts, and I was able to make some dollars that way. But again, just a few gems there, a few ideas in terms of what you can sell and what, you know, would be profitable. Like I said, collision parts, so that's headlights, tail lights, grills, bumpers, so on and so forth. This is an R50 here. Let me see what year this one is. This one's also a 98. It's a 2-wheel drive. Interior is a little bit warm, as you can see per the driver's seat. No sunroof. Oh, this is different. It's a jack back here. I don't think I've ever seen one like this before. I'm not so quite sure that belongs to this vehicle. If you guys have seen one like this, let me know in the comments. So here we have what's left of a 1991 first generation Pathfinder. I believe this one had the automatic hubs. I don't think they were manual, but somebody took them. But when this became available, and I looked at it, it looked pretty good. I had to show you guys a before picture of what it looked like before it got pulled. But someone pretty much took the entire front fascia minus the headlights. I mean, look at these. These things are pretty fresh. You got an old Pathfinder like this, you need some headlights. These are it right here. Has running boards. Oh, the door handle's gone. Yeah. Oh, this one sported a sunroof. Nice. And no, this is not the tire carrier that you're looking for. If you try to put one of these on your R50, it'll never fit. It won't fit right. Here's a 2001 R50. At my junkyard, for some reason, this is what they tend to do to all of the Infinitis and Nissans that come in. They just drop everything on the ground. I'm not quite sure what they were after, but there's the engine. But no, to get to the good stuff, this one has a leather interior in it. I mean, the seats, they're in pretty good shape. Minus the driver's side, because that's where all the wear and tear occurs. But if you were feeling enthusiastic and you had some free time, I don't see why not. That would definitely be worth fixing up. Even considering getting the center console, because mine is kind of torn. But this is nice. I just need the top of it, because mine's just ripped right here in this area. Just a little rippy rip. Oh, this one had the all-moved transfer case. Yeah, I believe this was an Elite trim. Yeah, it's an Elite. Nice wheels, but I don't like them. I don't like that style. Had to give my camera a little bit of a break. So hot out here today that a overheating warning came on, so I had to shut it down. Right now I'm just trying to get some bulbs out of this climate control here. I hate paying for new bulbs. They absolutely rape you at the parts store when you go to get bulbs for these vehicles. So I always try to get bulbs when I'm here at the Pic-A-Part. And this is going to be for my climate control. Also the ashtray. And I snagged some bulbs from a cluster from a, I believe it was a 98 or 90, yeah, 98 Pathfinder. So that's it. We came, we saw. I know I didn't video everything that I was pulling, but I got a decent amount of stuff, and I'll show you guys later what I have. Just not trying to freak anybody out, because not too many people actually do what I'm doing here in the Pic-A-Part. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen anyone else in here recording before. But this is all the Nissan trucks that I came to take a look at, mainly the R50s, starting with this one, and then we had this first gen Pathfinder, and then more R50s, and they have one QX4 in the entire yard. And then the first truck that I started with, which was a 2005 Pathfinder at the end there, the white one. Now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at some of the Nissan cars or Infinitis. Oh, here's the Nissans. Now let's see what the Infinitis are. The Infiniti in question that I'm looking for is going to be a G35. I'm assuming that it's over here because usually they group the Nissans together, but we'll see. Oh, here's one. Oh, didn't have to walk far. So here's the G35. Let's see what year this one is. Oh, 05. So for this vehicle, what I wanted to see was the third brake light that's under this subwoofer here. But it's so hot, I don't feel like pulling anything else. And I actually had to warranty one of these today because one only LED bulb was out. So I don't think I'm gonna pull any more today. Next time I'm here, I am gonna take a stab at getting another one. see if I can flip it. They fetch a decent amount too. That's why I was targeting them. Oh, here's some more. They're like intermingled here. Huh, those are the same? No, they're not the same. Are they? No, they are. These are the same wheels that I have on my car. So here's another one. This one's a 04. I'm assuming the third brake light is still in there. To get to them, I usually go in through the trunk itself. When you go in, you take out the trim panel that you see there. Take all that trim out, and then you can gain access to it. Just wanted to stop and take a look at this guy right here. This is a Nissan Maxima 86. One of my great uncles had one of these. My neighbor had two of these actually, a red one and a black one. One was an automatic and one was a 5-speed. These are extremely rare, and I hate when I see them in the junkyard. And this one, the body is in pristine condition. I mean, you can ask for a cleaner Maxima of this vintage. But yeah, it's not many of them left. Just like these old Sentras. Oh, also, this particular generation of the Maxima was the only Maxima that came in a station wagon model, similar to what you would have seen back in the day with the Toyota Camry. Remember when they had the station wagons for those? Yeah, the Maxima also had its own version. My great uncle had one, a green one. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere rusting away by now. But yeah, always want to stop and appreciate these guys. So before I end this video, I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a visual recap of the items that I'm currently flipping or have flipped already. Since filming this video, I have already sold the third brake light from the 2005 Nissan Pathfinder. I listed it later on that same evening, and by 10 a.m. the following morning, it was sold. And if you like watching these kind of videos, just go ahead and smash the subscribe button for me. And while you're at it, please don't forget to like, share, and comment. Once again, my name is Chris, and this has been the Camper Dan Files.